All right, we're gonna make a great fish meal for dinner for the dogs. We're gonna use wild caught flounder, comes straight from BJ's or Costco, Wellesley Farms. It's about 14 to 15 bucks a bag, depending on the location. Now, in order to make this meal, we're going to actually need some prep time. Take a baking sheet, all right? You can see I've already got the fish on there, but you wanna put that olive oil, so we're gonna use some olive oil, and we're gonna put that on the baking sheet. Is our utensils. We're gonna make sure we got a nice metal spatula. You can use a plastic spatula. I like the metal because it makes it easier to flip. We're gonna use a fork. That's for fluffing the fish afterwards. And we're gonna use a set of knives to help open up the fish. Makes it easier than trying to use a knife. So scissors again, and these are Hinkle scissors. Here's what the fish looks like when it comes out of the bag. So it's gonna be frozen. These are frozen fishes. The best way to do this is to thaw it in the refrigerator overnight. However, if you don't have that time, you can just put it in a bucket of cold water and it takes about 15 minutes to thaw. So we're gonna cut our fish open. We're gonna take the fish, now it's got water on it, so what we wanna do is we wanna put it on paper towel and we're just gonna pat that water off. We wanna get that water off the fish. It's gonna make it nice and fluffy and cooks better. And then, once we have that, we're gonna lay it on our baking sheet, all right? Now, we set our oven to 350, preheat the oven to 350. If you want to do 330, you can. It just takes a little bit longer and you got to pay a little bit more attention to the fish. This takes about 7.5 minutes per side for it to be good for dogs. If I was doing this for a human, it'd be a little bit different. We wouldn't make it maybe quite as done. We'd use some lemon, some fresh parsley flakes, different things like that, and a white wine sauce to really make a good dinner along with fresh veggies, etc. Or we may put some cornmeal and flour on it and fry it in a cast iron pan. But now that the fish is on the pan, it's going to go into the oven. So we put it in the oven and it's ready to go. First, I got to get our cast iron pot that's in the oven out of the oven. So now the fish goes straight into the middle rack. I use the second lowest setting because it tends to bake better, but you could use the next setting. It depends on how you want to do it. All right, important step here to make this fun, because it's a fun thing for the dogs. They're going to be really excited. You can hear one barking outside already. They're waiting for their fish dinner. Some nice red wine just makes it a fun little thing to bake for them.